everyone at some point in their life has probably played or even owned some form of handheld games console. Whether that be a DS or a 3DS, maybe even a PSP, maybe even a Game Boy. But where does that put us now? No companies have really released any handheld systems in over 10 years, although now we have the Nintendo Switch and the Steam Deck and the PlayStation Q, which I can imagine will sell, how do I put this? Differently. But back to what I was saying. When I was a kid, I always had my DS strapped on me at all times. At any family gathering, I had my DS. Anytime going outside, DS. At home, DS. Toilet, you get the picture. My point is that only a matter of years ago, any child would have a handheld on them at all times regardless. And now the headlining companies, which are Sony and Nintendo, seem to have nothing to offer. I know the Switch is a handheld because it's classified as a hybrid console, as you can carry it around. However, it doesn't fit in your pocket, so I think it's like an iPad as such, or even an iPad mini for that matter. I still don't think it should be classified as a handheld, as although it's more portable than say a PC for example, it can't be less portable than a GameCube, because that has a handle. However, it seems like the nostalgia-inducing childhood games like Nintendogs and Pokemon have been replaced with the random saturated medium that is the current state of mobile games. I find that all of the modern mobile games which have the highest popularity seem to be completely stripped of any sense of identity, as there's not much that makes them special in the slightest. For example, the opposite of this, like Clash of Clans, is a game where you have to build and upgrade a base over time, but to speed it up by attacking people, getting coins, getting trophies. You know, it also takes strategy, and there's even more features like Clan Wars, even the Build a Base Island, or maybe even whatever the fuck this is. Anyways, enough of me ranting about Clash of Clans. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's so much content and so many options of what to do, but most modern mobile games seem like short mini games like how you see in Mario Party, but yet in one whole app download / waste of time. For example, if I go on the App Store and download a game which seems to be quite popular, it's going to be really bland and have no defining features. Watch this. Alright, so this is Slice It All. Okay, we've started slicing, and we're dead. Nice. Alright, good game. Failed. And that's an advert already. Oh my god. That is... It's like the modern state of mobile games is when companies trick you into buying games. All of these adverts are so misleading. I'm not sure any of this footage is in the actual download. You may be wondering why I'm talking about mobile games. Well, it's clear to me that these oversaturated games have completely replaced the market for what most handheld consumers would have wanted. So with literally everyone having a phone now, there isn't really any demand for a new handheld console. So where does this put us? We can likely expect to see some sort of console to do with cloud gaming, as with internet speeds rising through the roof along with 5G connectivity, so we can realize that a better experience can be achieved from streaming the games through a cloud gaming service. If only it didn't suck! Cloud gaming's like VR in my opinion. It's a great concept and theoretically it should work fine. However, the infrastructure just isn't there. Unless you have money. And I mean, a lot of money. And if you don't, get ready to play Gorilla Tag on your sweaty and heavy Oculus that you'll use for 3 months and then put in the cupboard for the rest of your life. I think that in the future we'll be able to see more hybrid consoles coming to surface, as the Switch has sold ridiculous numbers, so obviously everyone's going to try and replicate that. I should probably come up with original jokes instead of just going cough cough company name. Anyway, apparently the CEO of Activision Blizzard says that the next Nintendo console is going to feature specs on par with last gen's Xbox One and PS4. In theory, that seems awful because they're making a next gen console, but yet it's going to be on par with hardware from 2014, which is almost 10 years old. However, you need to keep in mind that the new Nintendo system is probably, if not definitely, going to be a hybrid as of the success from the Nintendo Switch. Think about it. If Nintendo can somehow manage to get games like Mario Odyssey to run at 60 FPS and 1080p, just like with Mario Kart, and even games as big as Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom at 1080p 30. Although its CPU is on par with like an iPhone 4, and a GPU with specs on par with like an iPhone 8, therefore resulting in the whole power of the Switch being roughly of an iPhone 6 or around that mobile smartphone generation, it's crazy what they can achieve with such a low power budget. The Xbox One obviously has more powerful specs, but somehow Nintendo are geniuses in the department of making low specs run so damn efficiently. The performance is probably pretty similar in terms of load times and resolution, but if Nintendo can take a downclocked mobile Nvidia GPU and CPU to the max, they can probably start expecting stuff like 4K and higher refresh rates when gifted the performance of the hardware that the Xbox One has to offer. Either way, I think handhelds are moving in the right direction, and I hope Sony doesn't release anything too shit, and I hope Microsoft releases this. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.